Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even just like a TI is. Like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Like my channel, please subscribe. Talk about what I want to talk to you today about is Prince Harry's new book memoir called The Spare. In this video, I'm just going to talk about the interviews that he did with Anderson Cooper this past Sunday on 60 Minutes, and I'm also going to talk about the one he did with with Micheal Strahan on Monday. First, I'm going to talk about the first interview. I kind of DVR'd the first part of the interview and stuff like that. I was so glad that Anderson Cooper came and they put that video first because Anderson Cooper did a little introduction about all the topics that we're going to be talking on 60 Minutes. But I'm so glad he started his introduction off with introducing Harry and talking a little bit about his background and what was going on and stuff like that. I'm gonna go to my notes and I'm gonna pick out the parts that I liked, and I'm gonna tell you about some of the interviews that I thought was very interesting to me and stuff that I didn't know about. So I'm gonna get my notes right now, and I'm gonna tell you what exactly the points that I thought were very interesting. Uh, the one point that I thought was interesting on the 60-minute one, I'm going to do the 60-minute one first, was let me pause the videos and so I can get my notes together. I found my notes right now. I kind of skipped the page. Like I said, he started off with, like I said, Anderson started off with introduction, and he talked about the Netflix docu-series and about how it was very popular, and it kind of resonated with people, and people liked it, the docu-series, and people were surprised about how good the docu-series was and how well it was produced. And so he read a quote that Harry had said in the book about him and his brother got into a fight and they were arguing and it was because of Meghan. And so he said that William came to his house to talk to him about Meghan, and he said him and William got to arguing about Meghan, and he said William was calling Meghan rude, and I think he said it was rude and abrasive. She was rude and abrasive and stuff like that. And so he said he walked away, turned to go in the kitchen to get some water, and he was trying to offer him a better solution and stuff. And he was saying that William was so angry that he got so mad at him that he pushed him, and he pushed him down, and he fell on some kind of wooden thing. That, I don't know if it was a toy or whatever in the kitchen, and he said that he hurt his back real bad. He had scars on him, and then William going to tell him, kind of encourage him to hit him, like fight back. And he said, now, he said if he would have did that, they would have put all the blame on him and nothing on William. And he was saying, they want William and Kate to have a certain type of image, and they don't want nothing negative coming out about them. I thought that was very good and telling. And then the next point he said was that the next point he said was about his mother's death, and he said that his daddy came and woke him up and told him, called him. I think he said his dad called him not a lad, but hey something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I think it was like, hey lad, or hey Harry, or hey Hoss, or whatever it was. And he said that his daddy told him there was an accident and his mom was dead. And Harry said he was just so shocked and surprised by that, and he said he couldn't really feel no emotion or nothing like that. And then he said they had to go out the next morning and greet people and walk behind his mom's casket. And he was saying the crowd was more emotional than him. Him and William couldn't even have no emotion, or they couldn't even cry. And he said he felt kind of guilty about that, and stuff like that. And he was saying that something about he didn't like to sleep in the dark, and he didn't like to sleep in the dark. So Charles would come and tell him bedtime stories and stuff like that, and then he would leave the door like ajar, so Harry could see the light. So Harry said, he said he know that his father really did love him and stuff, but he was just saying he just missed his mother. So, and then he said at one point he didn't believe his mother was dead. He was just thinking that maybe she's gone somewhere and maybe she'll come back and get him and William. He said, but his mom never came back. And then he said, him and William did wanted to reopen up the investigation, but he said they both was talked out of it by royal aides and stuff. But he said he did get one of his aides to take him down there to the tunnel just to see exactly how fast the paparazzi was chasing his mom and stuff. And then he said at one time he just cried and cried and cried into the pillow. And then he said he used to go and watch old videos of his mom. And I said, oh, that was so relatable to me because after my mom passed, I used to go and listen to old videos, old recordings of what she was talking about. And then recently, when my sister passed, I went and looked at one of her kind of old YouTube videos on our channel. So it is like that. When you first learn about a passing of a person, you are kind of shocked and triggered and stuff. So that was kind of relatable to a lot of people and stuff like that. And then he said. And then he talked about his drug use and said how he used to do all kinds of drugs. And then he was saying that the reason why he was wilding out because he was still trying to handle his mother's death and stuff. And then he said that when he went to the army in Afghanistan, he said to him that was kind of a relief, kind of cathartic, because he felt like he was doing something to help other people and stuff like that. And he was saying Anderson Cooper told him about that. He said all of this stuff that I'm saying is documented as far as about me being in Afghanistan in the war. He said there's a reporter who had asked me a question, and I told him that I killed at least 25 Afghan people and stuff like that. And so the UK media tried to make a big thing about it and stuff like that. And they were saying Harry was going to have a target on his head and stuff like that. And the last part of the Anderson Cooper video I think I talked about was his stepmother Camilla. He talked about his stepmother Camilla, and he said that even though he had a drug problem, Camilla threw him under the bus for her son because her son was doing some kind of wild behavior too with something that have to do. I think he said something that have to do with drugs too. But instead of rules over there in the UK, his daddy is supposed to take care of him and William and stuff, the wives and their families. He said when it came down to Meghan, he saw that there was different rules, that they didn't have money for her like they had money for Kate. And he was saying, okay, but he said he told Micheal Strahan that by him being living in a bubble and stuff, that he might have been a little bigoted himself, and racist in himself in his thinking. He said in his mind, in his thinking, he said because he didn't think it was gonna be like that. He said, but when them raw reporters and all the people started bringing up and stuff, and he was saying that at first. William talked to him privately and talked about maybe he's moving too fast and stuff like that. He needs to be cautious. And he was saying that William was bringing up all of the stuff that the media was bringing up. She's an actress. She's a divorced aide. She's biracial. She's mixed with black and white, and she's black. And he was saying to him that didn't matter, but to them it mattered. And he was saying, when an up and coming newcomer comes into the fold, the old women get jealous. He said, especially Camilla and Kate, they were jealous of Meghan and stuff like that. And he was saying at first he didn't believe it. And I have been telling my sister for the last 5-6 years when they first got together engaged. A lot of the people in the UK didn't like that girl because she was black. It wasn't because they thought she was uppity or this or that. But my sister kept on trying to say the thing, and I had to dissuade her one more time. Well, I said, did you see the documentary? Because she goes, oh, they gave her this, they gave her that. Now we finding out Meghan paid for almost everything, and so. He also talked a little bit about the wedding dresses and stuff like that, and stuff like that. And he said a little more was going to be in the book. And he said he didn't like that those false reports were coming out about Meghan and the wedding dress when it was really what you call. And he was saying the reason why Kate was so upset, she didn't like the dresses, and he was saying that Kate made Meghan change all those dresses, and they had only 2 weeks left before they got married. And he said she made such a big deal about it. Now I see why Meghan said that on Oprah Winfrey to her that wasn't a wedding because she really didn't have no